Hey everybody, it's Jay the Haitian Mogul here. This is my second audio clip or recording that I'm doing for Soundcloud. I just actually got back from work and I'm trying to, I guess, get the right words for this recording. It's gonna be about basically just knowing your value. Like I said, I just came from work and I want to give you guys a backstory as to why I say that as far as knowing your value. Because the job that I'm in now, okay, some of you might know that I do security in the daytime. So with that being said, I secure certain areas, okay, I secure shit, okay. When I first started, I was doing the Kroger's, and I would like go in the Kroger's and actually be guarding the front doors and greeting people when they come through the door, checking people's baskets when they're leaving out the door, which was cool for 8 hours. But over time, it got a little redundant, and I was only doing it for 3 days out the week, and so I only made like 20 hours, and then it was really far out, so I would like have to travel like an hour or so to each time I had to go to the stores, and they would be different places. So I ended up telling them basically like, I need something closer. And I've been here at least for a couple of months now, so I'm trying to get something closer without having to feel like, because you get to it when you first start a new job, and before that I was already unemployed for 2 years. But when you first start a new job, you try to do whatever you can, say whatever you can to get your foot in the door, and that's what I was trying to do at the time. But when I finally had my foot in the door, and people were actually giving me compliments as far as my work ethic went, and to the point where I had ran into a couple of the corporate managers who actually saw me when I was at work, didn't even know they were showing up, and it worked out in my favor, so they could see, how I could work. So I went and I spoke to my manager, and I told him, I was like, I would like to continue doing some work, but if there was something you can get me closer, that maybe we can do that. So he said, okay, fine. So it took about a couple of weeks. So I still had to go out and get my check because I had to pay bills. So I still go out and go to the Kroger's as before out and come home. So finally, I make sure I keep up with them. And that's another thing too. When I'm bringing all this up, I know a lot of you might be in a situation where you might be in now where you feel like you're getting underpaid. And I know a lot of us in America, we all feel like we are completely underpaid, which we are. Now, unless you are the states that have passed the $15 minimum wage law, then you're better off than the rest of us. But at the end of the day, I always tell people that the 9 to 5s, you don't really want to keep worrying about the nickel and dimes, because the financial freedom that you get is from when you open up your own business. It might start off, you're going to be grinding for the first, it could be, ain't no telling how long it could be. It could be 6 months to 2 years, and you could be doing everything yourself before you can finally hire the people to do the stuff for you. And that's when the financial freedom starts kicking in, because you can start funding everything, and everything is starting to work as you had anticipated it to because of the work that you put in. And that is why I love being self-employed. But back to my story about my job. So you finally decided to move me somewhere. So now I got moved to where I'm at now. Now, the place I'm at now, in this place I'm at now, I've been there for about a year or so, maybe a month. And I found out a couple of months ago that if I had stayed at Kroger, I wouldn't have gotten paid vacations. That pissed me off. The same company, if I work, so meaning that people can come in and make $80 hours a week. People were working 80 hours doing Kroger's a week, which is good money. But if you're consistently doing that, what kind of life does that leave you, right? So, and then you got to keep doing it depending on whatever kind of lifestyle you live in. So I found out, like I said, because I tried to put my request in for a vacation. They said it was too early because I didn't start at the location I'm at now a year ago. So the location I'm at now qualifies, right? Some other BS that I feel like it was ridiculous. But anyway, so I'm like, okay, whatever. So now my whole thing about the value thing comes in this part of the story, is where I'm at the location, but there's a certain booth that I work at. And I've been working at that booth for about the whole year that I've been working there. And they just recently, actually, I was able to talk to my manager and tell her how I felt about the booth. The booth is horrible. I'm not going to just lie and say it's okay for what it is. It's a job. I understand that. But it was bringing me more stress that I needed. I was bringing it home, and it just seemed like when nobody really like listening and paying attention until something bad happened. Now everybody wants to pitch in and figure out what can we do to help this and this type of stuff. So I was fed up with it finally. So I told her, I'm like, look, man, I said, I'm already looking for other jobs. I said, we got to come up with something because everybody already keep telling me that I'm a good worker. I do this, I do that. I'm getting compliments, but my check ain't nothing. Then I'm over here. I'm stressed out every day. I can't keep doing so. You're going to have to work with me. I don't put my time in. So, what can I do so I can get up out this area and be smooth somewhere else? So, I kid you not, within the next week, she had my schedule changed. And I want to say it's because of the fact that I had told her that I was looking for other jobs. And now, this is where I say, your value, because I'm a good worker when I do my job. No matter where I've worked at, and I worked at Eckers in the past, to the point I was actually assistant manager and all that stuff. So wherever you are placed at, especially if you are an employee for somebody else, you kind of want to make sure that you do your best, because that's going to show the type of work ethic you're going to have for yourself. No matter if you don't like working for them or not, the fact that you have that job, they're paying you, and if you are making sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do, don't ever go above and beyond, the more than what your job description is, because they're not going to pay you more because you're doing a whole lot more. You see what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that you doing your best at the job that you're supposed to do. Then from there, that's when you don't have to worry about people giving you bad recommendations when you go to other jobs, especially if it's a job that you actually want to get hired at. And again, once you continue that same pattern, you can actually take that and use it to your own business. Okay? And this is the thing that I've actually learned over the years since I've been working, since I was like 16 years old. I'm 30 now. So I've noticed and looked at a lot of different things what I would take and use in my own business and what I would not take and use based off of these companies that I've worked for. And there's a lot of different changes that I would definitely make for the better. There are some things that I would keep, but you really start to get an idea of how things work when it comes to being your own company. Okay, so I knew my worth. I told her, I work hard. Everybody keeps telling me that I'm the best up here. People are leaving left and right. I'm the longest, one of the last people still left up here along with the manager. So I brought it up to her, and like I said, I wasn't being a bitch about it. I didn't catch no attitude. I just told her straight up, and just literally just asked her, is this possible? Like, can we make this happen? Because I would like to feel like, I'm actually appreciated for the work that I do, because I don't want to leave, but if I have to, this is what it's gonna come down to. And it's not really a threat, but it's basically me saying that, hey, other people might notice what you guys might not notice, and I don't have to actually say it like that. It could just be me saying that other companies are calling me. You know what I'm saying? So, again, just know your worth, people. And this could be for the job that you're working at now. This could even be for your own business. So say you work in your own business and your prices might not be where it should be. Maybe your prices aren't even higher than the competitors. Or maybe you might think that, oh, well, I don't know, I haven't been in there that long. But if you know your value, if you know your worth, if you know the uniqueness and the passion that you put into whatever it is you're doing, and knowing that it separates you from the rest, go ahead and put that price tag on it. That's your worth. That's your value. You okay? Now don't let me be fooled, okay? Because I have people who have sent me information or asked me for information on my videos and stuff. Just because I'm sending out free stuff, don't mean I'm not getting paid, people. Okay? So, and just because they're free now doesn't mean it's going to change later. So this is all, again, with the whole grinding period, building up yourself, building your celebrity, building up your brand. And this is where my whole part is coming to. And then my whole year is getting ready to be up. Once that year is up, which is going to be actually within the next few months, then it's going to be a totally different look. Okay? I hope you guys took something from what I just told you guys from my experience. Maybe you might not know, what you should charge for your services or whatever. You might not know what your worth might be, or you might not be sure as far as if you are as good as you think you are. Okay, and I say just ask around, ask people who know you personally, or ask your boss. If you do reviews at work, ask them to do a review on you and see what's going on from there. Then just fix whatever needs to be fixed. Okay, because at the end of the day, you're not a failure. we fail every day, but it only takes one time to succeed. Okay? So remember that. You can fail every day, but it takes one time to succeed. Alright? And on that note, I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys right now. I got some messages I'm about to respond to over here on my computer. But if you have any questions, just make sure you just let me know and leave some comments under video audio. And of course, give me a thumbs up if you liked what I was saying. And subscribe if you would like to hear more. Alright? I really appreciate you guys listening. Thank you so much.